live on YouTube as well. I've just started the stream there. Make sure to follow us on YouTube and on Twitter as well. There's a lot of news there. Some of the AMAs will run on Twitter as well, and we'll broadcast the audio to our Telegram sometimes. So whenever there's an announcement, just keep your eyes open, and you'll be able to follow us from anywhere. And there's always going to be the recordings on the YouTube channel, all the live streams, all the AMAs we do, where they're going to be on our YouTube channel. It's very easy to find. You just go there, search for it, or just type for your favorite project and Whalecoin Talk AMA, and odds are we have we've spoken to them in the past. We had some pretty cool guests. In case everybody or anybody missed yesterday Twitter Spaces, you should go back and listen. We had some really had Da Vinci on. It was a really great talk. It was interesting to hear his thoughts on things, to be honest, from somebody that's been around, for a really long time and doing well in the space too. So we're looking to bring some more interesting discussions too on our Twitter Spaces. And I don't know if it's announced already, but we're gonna have well, actually, you'll see. There's gonna be some pretty cool collaborations that we've been all working on for the past months, I'd say, and it's finally coming through. So I think people will be excited for the stuff that we're doing on Twitter Spaces. But I'm not sure I can say who it is with. Oh, we got Alex in here. Glenn, here we go. I think the guys over at Caesar let him go.
My man, Glenn. Sorry to each and every one of you guys. I'm sorry for being late. I'm gonna be honest, I had another one back at Caesar, but I'm not even sure. Did you guys see me like 4 or 5 minutes ago when I raised my hand? Was I visible?
No, you just came through. Like I just saw you now.
There you go. Yeah.
Joining. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I actually joined from the phone, but I wasn't actually seeing myself in the MA. I have no idea what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I think I need to reinstall my Telegram completely. Definitely sorry. I'm gonna apologize to each and every one of you. 340 people that were probably waiting for me. Sorry to everyone. We're gonna extend this for a couple of minutes if needed to answer the questions. My bad.
No problem, Alex. So if you're ready, I can start the record and introduce you. We can go into the Web3 betting project.
Definitely.
Welcome to the Wellcoin Talk community. I'm Glenn, your host today. Today we have joining us Web3 Betting. Alex will be speaking on their behalf. He's a great speaker. We've had him on the show before. Web3 Betting is a cryptocurrency project with European handicap betting built on the BSC. We'll be going into that and more shortly. But first, can you introduce yourself, Alex, with your background and experience?
Definitely, Glenn. Definitely. Well, first of all, again, I'm gonna say hello, everyone. Hello, Wellcoin community. Sorry for being late. That's as a start. But thanks to each and every one of you guys who's taking the time right now to join the MA. It's a Saturday. Typically, people actually do a barbecue or just relax and having a beer or something. So definitely, thanks for taking the time to join this. Who am I? My name is Alex. I am a speaker for various projects and in various communities. So your regular AMA host, so to say. As far as my experience in crypto goes, I do have an experience on that end as well. About 2 years ago, I started crypto, investor, researcher, all of that. Aside for developer and marketer, I don't want to call myself a marketer. I don't know how to market a product, but still, that's who I am. That's who I let's say represent and what I do. How did I get in touch with the team? Well, you can only imagine the most common way for me to get in touch with teams is by either them knowing about me or me being recommended to them. Both of the variants actually are true. I was recommended to them for this particular collaboration, and once we started to discuss, I wanted to understand what are they trying to build. What is the concept that they're trying to bring forward? Is there a problem that they're trying to solve, or strictly to tackle something that hasn't been done? With that being said, I'm going to cover a bit about the team first, so that you guys know, let's say, who they are and if they did anything in the past relevant or not. When it comes to the team, we're looking at 7 core members as a start. Cohesive team with more than 5 years experience and expertise within the cryptocurrency sector. So they've been around for some time. They know their way around. They've seen the ups, they've seen the downs, probably even more than now. And they have, let's say, amongst themselves, well-known programmers, marketers, and researchers nonetheless, just to make sure that this particular project, because it is an extensive one, is being developed from A to Z, basically. With that being said, the core team is actually consisting of 7 members, as I mentioned. Giggs is the CEO, Fraser the founder, Leon is the developer, Rio the CTO, Kevin the CCO, Brian is the CMO, and then Naxo is the CBO. A lot of the CMO, CCO, CBO, again, just to provide the extensive intro on the team. Now, they have a lot of professional experience, as I've mentioned, and basically they actually thought about this, I'm going to say, about 5 or 6 months ago as a start, uh, revolving around the space, around crypto in general, BSC, because it's the most used blockchain. What's missing at the moment? What is something that a lot of teams actually have tried in the past, but at some point either they failed or they didn't know how to apply, or whatever the case might be. So they actually thought about doing a betting platform, a Web3, of course, betting platform. Web3, why? Because Web3 is a decentralized way of gathering the data. Now, your Web2 is actually storing the data, and therefore, let's say, providing and reselling that particular data to others, either that you know of or not. Web3 is gonna, let's say, make that Web2 obsolete and make data storage in a more decentralized way. By saying that, they will try to implement this particular betting platform with the core principle and the core idea to actually create the playground for those who invest in crypto, who love football, that's as a start, and betting all at once, to intensify that particular feeling when your favorite team actually wins. Because not only, I mean, it's your favorite team, of course you're happy, but on the other side, you're winning some rewards nonetheless. Why should you do that? That's probably a question that we're going to tackle. Why should you do this on crypto instead of doing it in any other platform, not investing in crypto at all? Well, when you're actually think about it this way, when you're actually trying to invest with a platform of your choice, whatever, some requirements may be, let's say, needed, and then on the other hand, some limitations may appear. So you're not going to be able to invest any, let's say, any fiat, yeah, so to speak. You're probably going to be limited to one value or another. This particular concept is actually not going to limit you because it's crypto nonetheless. You're going to start out by investing your native token, eventually digressing to stable as well. But again, more to come on that. That's how they actually came up with the idea. But the thing is, at the moment, the market is open because for the past 5 months they've been researching this. They figured that the market is open and available for this particular betting implementation, starting with football, because I mean, you're looking at BSC, the king of blockchains. You're looking at football, the king of sports. In my opinion, in the team's opinion, not to FUD any other sport again, but these are the facts. And then they will perhaps expand to other sports if possible. That's a bit about how they envision the project, Glenn, who they are, and how did we get introduced one to the other. Back to you, my man.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Alex. Yeah. So they're starting with soccer betting, but are they looking to expand into other sports as well in the future?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Expanding to other sports? Was that the question?
Yeah, they're starting with the soccer betting, but I'm wondering, yeah, if they're expanding into other sports in the future.
There is definitely a plan. Now, the plan is not only to expand to other sports, but to bring other major events. What do I mean by that? It's going to be tricky. Typically, when you present this type of project, people think it's simple. I thought it's simple nonetheless. I was an investor in I think it was a project about, I don't know, 9 months ago or something like that, trying to tackle this particular uh, uh, gambling and betting. Now, the thing with implementing other sports is you need to have some sponsors and some partners. Otherwise, think about it. Why should you be allowed to use those particular sports if you're not bringing any benefit to them? That being said, the team is actually going to sign some partnerships first. On the football, football is a general sport. They don't need much, but they offer so much on the other side. You don't need much to actually implement it. When it comes to your NBA, I don't know, baseball maybe, American football or rugby, depends on where you live. Those are a bit more tricky. It's not that easy to implement. Plus, you need to start with the best to see the traction that you're gonna have. That's the idea behind it. That's why they're starting with football. And also, you guys know, the World Cup is upcoming, so yeah, we're gonna try and make that as the major event for the startup of this Web3 betting platform.
Okay, great, Alex. And what type of betting will you be able to do? I know in the World Cup I like to do bets on corners. It's quite a good bet. Or will you only be able to bet on wins, losses, and draws?
Well, when it comes to betting, I can only see that you know the principle, but to kind of bring a bit of insight on that particular. How do you do betting in general, and what types of bets will we allow? First of all, if you guys are interested, I'm going to start out by saying uh, two things that I probably should have started with. One, the fair launch is active right now. We're going to talk about this a bit later, presenting you guys the details on that. And then second, you can actually jump on board on the testnet. If you guys are interested in seeing how the platform is going to be run, you can jump on board on the testnet. Just go on the website, w3betting.io, and from there, top right corner, launch app. Take into account, it's going to require you to join uh, on the testnet version, and you will need to add the Binance testnet to make that functional. If you don't trust, let's say, the automatic pop-ups that we're going to have, because they automatically complete the fields for you, you can then add them by yourself to make that easier and more convenient for you. Also, make sure to join the BinanceTestnet.org to get your BNB from the faucet. You need that. Again, those cannot be transferred from BSC testnet to BSC. They only can be used on this particular concept, but you can get a good idea of what exactly is that you're going to be investing in once the mainnet is going to be fully functional. So let's start off by saying, looking at the main page. I'm looking at it right now, of course, on the World Cup. World Cup or Nations League. I think you guys know what Nations League is. It's ongoing right now. Let's take, for example, let me actually open quickly my application here. So just to make the example even more relevant, who's playing today? We're looking at Czech Republic in the Nations League A. Czech Republic with Portugal. Now, typically for this particular game, you already have a winner and a loser or a potential draw. Those are three main basic options when it comes to betting. So you're going to be able to bet that Portugal wins, either Portugal wins, it's a draw, or eventually Czech Republic wins. Each of those particular events has its own odd. Now, odds are basically your multipliers when it comes to the winning side. So, taking, for example, Portugal as an example, as a logical choice. Again, I'm not stating 100% they're going to win, so it's not an advice. But if I were to bet, then definitely I would probably bet on Portugal. So at the moment, Portugal has, and these odds are going to be fully applicable to our application as well, because they're going to be generated on a live basis. If you check right now the application, what I want to mention as a start is that odds are going to vary from one company to the other. So whatever odds you're seeing on our application, you're going to see probably similar or a bit different odds on another application that's not running on crypto. But even between them, external applications, there's going to be a difference. So the odds are not 100% the same on each of those applications. Live generated, yeah, it is what it is, just probably to get a bit of insight, or I don't know exactly the cause, but odds may be different, just as a general rule. Czech Republic has a 4.75 odd right now to win, 3.8 for a draw, and then 1.7 for Portugal to win. What this means, this is the general concept of betting, is that if you place, for example, 100 native tokens, yeah, you're going to bet 100 native tokens on Portugal to actually win. If that particular event actually happens, you're going to be rewarded with 70 tokens as a profit. So in total, 170. Now, if you are to bet, for example, on Czech Republic, of course, the odd is bigger there. You're going to bet 100 tokens on Czech Republic to win. If that happens, you're going to win 75 tokens as a profit. 375 as a profit. That's because you have a multiplier factor of 4.75, 100 being your bet. Now, if it's let's say if it's a draw, then 3.8 times 100, that's basically 380. So you got 280 as a profit. Take into account, these are your standard betting options. We will expand to other variables, as Glenn wanted to know. We're not going to go into so much depth by stating how many corners in the game, how many free kicks, will there be yellow cards or red cards? Not at first. Why? Because you need some external factors to be able to share those odds, which at the moment, because it's an incipient stage, we don't have them, but they will be implemented. At first, what we're going to try and encompass are two additional variables. First of all, the combination between those to give you guys more safety on the betting side. So typically, as I've said, you have three options. One, either one team wins, the second team wins, or it's a draw. Those are your three basic options. But then eventually, you're going to be able to combine those. So you're going to be able to choose two options. Czech Republic wins or a draw or Portugal wins, or either one of them wins. Those are alternative betting options for you guys. Again, take into account if you're going to combine, let's say Portugal wins or it's a draw, you're going to have a super small odd, something like maybe 1.2, maybe 1.3. But again, that's still a good odd if you're looking to bet, I don't know, let's say 100,000 tokens. 100,000 tokens times a 1.2 odd, it's going to give you a profit of 20,000 tokens. Very good. Again, there is a chance that in the end, Czech Republic wins, and then you're gonna pretty much lose almost everything, almost being the operative keyword. But to answer your question with a long statement and to present the betting factors in general, these are gonna be the startups, eventually digressing to others as well. But I don't think that's gonna be so much in depth at first, Glenn, with corners and other aspects from the actual game itself.
Okay, I see, Alex. And are the odds competitive with other betting platforms? And is there a house edge built into the Web3 betting platform?
Well, not. I'm not gonna say that they're definitely competitive by nature. When it comes to betting platforms, that's a start. I mean, if you're not competitive with others, it kind of begs the question: why should I invest in your platform, Web3 betting, and not invest in Glen betting, for example, just as an example? So definitely competitiveness, one thing. House edge, not something that I've seen on the documentation or nor presented by the team. Built into that, but there is something that I wanted to kind of bring forward to you guys in regards to because I did mention you're risking to potentially lose everything, but not everything. So let me share with you guys how things are gonna go. Well, as I mentioned, three of the options. Now, if, for example, let's state the following: you're gonna bet that Portugal wins this game, right? That's the obvious choice. If that happens, I did mention 1.7 times your bet. That's pretty much your win. Now, take into account this will be explained more into the taxes. There's a 5% betting tax. Now, 5% betting tax is different than the volume tax per se. The betting tax is also the tax for your participation in the Web3 betting platform to make it sustainable. Because that's one of the questions, I swear to God, some of you guys will ask me. How are you guys going to make this sustainable? This particular tax will be charged each time you will claim your rewards. So to put things into perspective, right? Let's take the example that I shared before, so that you guys can understand exactly what you're looking into. 5% betting tax. Let's assume you're gonna bet on a 1.3 odd, right? That's the calculation that I did, extendable to any odd that you would like. So if that particular variant is taken into account and you're betting 500 tokens, so to speak, your winning is going to be 500 tokens times a 1.3 odd minus that 5% betting tax. Now, again, these hopefully I'm not going to lose you guys in the mathematics. These are available right now. If you go on the documentation, these are available in the economy of the token per se. It's explaining to you guys exactly what that means so that you can see things into perspective. But this is a very important factor of the betting platform, unseen so far. I haven't seen this particular tax revolving around the space, but I think it's the key aspect that it's going to give it the edge. Because by doing a 5% betting tax, you're ensuring that you're gaining constant volume from the activity on the application, not only on the purchases of the token. Purchase of the token is 5% buy, 5% sell. Everything from that is going to go straight to the liquidity as trading tax. But then your betting tax is eventually what's going to bring you the traction. And that's going to be divided, as I've mentioned, into two pools: betting pool and marketing pool. So to kind of state on pretty much the question, and to bring a bit more insight, the team thought this through because it hasn't been done across the space, and they said, listen, we need to make sure that if people win, we're going to be able to draw a portion of that, a small portion, back into the protocol. So once you claim, 5% is going to be deducted as a betting tax and divided back into the marketing and betting pool. Now, I did mention you could actually lose. It's a possibility as well. So once you actually placed, let's say, you purchase 500 tokens and you use them to bet on Portugal, the example that I gave. Now, Portugal lost, unfortunately. Typically, with any of your other betting platforms, crypto related or not, you would lose everything. Not with us. We're going to do a 1% cashback automatically deposited in your particular wallet. Why are we doing that? Well, I mean, it's a benefit, but an incentive nonetheless. Because typically, when you join a betting platform, you kind of have the feeling that nothing can bring you down. I mean, you're God. You're gonna bet, and you're gonna make so much money. If your first bet is a failure, unfortunately, tough luck. The team lost. They lost a man, some red cards, whatever the variables might be. But still, resulting in a potential loss for you, you lose everything. Are you going to deposit more to gamble? Probably not. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to say, F this, F that. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Not understanding why you lost, just, quitting entirely. By obtaining something back, hopefully you guys are going to see that it's not only a privilege to be a part of this, but it's a rewarding factor, even on the loss. That's a bit about let's say, the betting factor per se. And how this is envisioned to function within the ecosystem. Just a bit. Again, there's more to the economy. If you guys want to see the diagram, it's definitely built into that. But yeah, that I hope I was able to answer the question and also add a bit more insight to that for you and the community, Glenn.
Okay, thank you, Alex. I'm a bit worried about the math because got a 5% buy and a 5% sell on the native token, which is used for the betting. And then when I place a bet and win, I have to pay 5% tax on that, and then sell the token for the if I wanted to take my profit straight away, which is a 5% tax again. So I'm not sure on the competitiveness compared to other betting platforms, where I would just place $100 bet, and if I won, I would be able to take 100% of that back into my bank account.
Well, I mean, definitely, as I've mentioned from the beginning, that's a factor as well to be taken into account. Now, because if you're looking at it, let's take an external. I'm not going to mention names because, again, yeah, I don't think I even know an external platform to bet. I don't know, betfootball.com, whatever. Hopefully they don't exist. If you're going to use that, then definitely you're going to join. You're going to do a deposit on their website, assuming you're a new user. So we're relying on new users right now. You're going to join. You're going to make a deposit. Now, typically what happens with these platforms, first of all, you're going to gain a bonus. So you're going to gain probably 2 times the money or 3 times the money that you're going to deposit if it's above a limit. So don't think that you're going to deposit $10 and they're going to give you 50. They're probably going to require you to deposit, let's say 50, to give you 100 back as a bonus. That bonus is not going to be withdrawable, first of all, at first. You need to make a cash flow by placing several bets on certain values just to be able to withdraw your money. So even if we were to withdraw to actually deposit right now $50 on a particular platform, you're not going to be able to withdraw it immediately. 100% not. That's how it happens with them. They're going to award you a bonus, but then they're going to allow you to withdraw the amount after you make some volume and some traction. Now, within the odds that they will actually encompass, they have some, I'm going to call them internal odds, edges, so to speak, so that they win on your particular transaction and cash flow volume. Because think about it this way: if they're going to give you 5 times your money, but they're not gaining anything if you just place bets and all of your bets are won, what is the house winning? Nothing. Well, they are winning actually something, because based on your volume, they will have some small odds that are going to be reflected back into the platform as earnings. Although they're rewarding you with the earnings as well, that's how they're generating the live odds. Pretty much allowing them to have a small handicap there. With our particular platform, what you see is what you get. If it's 1.33, that's your entire, let's say, winning side. But again, because it's crypto affiliated, because it's crypto adapted, there needs to be some taxes to make this sustainable. Think about the earnings, because if you were to bet right now 10,000 tokens, again, the token is not live, so we're just gonna speculate. The difference between this and let's say a regular betting platform, when it comes to these particular taxes, is that it's not the same value. So if you were to divide right now 5%, I don't know, 5% onto $500, let's say $500, that's $25. Now, $25 is a lot of money. But then what if you were to divide 5% with 10,000 tokens? That depends on the value of the token. So that's what you need to take into account when you're looking at 5% buy, 5% betting tax, and 5% selling tax. Again, hopefully, people that are going to jump on the protocol with the 5% buying tax, they're not actually going to look for a quick flip and selling those tokens immediately. They have the option, so we're not going to force anyone to hold these, but the ecosystem is built so that the more betting and the more volume they bring, we win, they win, everybody wins. That's pretty much how the Web3 betting platform is adapted from external life, like non-crypto affiliated websites, to crypto affiliated schedules. Hopefully that makes sense. I know in terms of taxes, it may sound like you're looking at a 5% buy, then 5% betting tax, and 5% sell. So I'm paying so much. Yeah, but you could be earning way more than what you're betting, because you're correlating that to your native token, which is already correlated in the space with another token. Hopefully that kind of makes sense in the calculations.
That's fair enough, Alex. We've only got 30 minutes today, so we better get some more information in, but I did want to go over that. But like you say, betting platforms don't offer the true odds. So if Web3 betting is offering closer to the true odds and then taking a small tax, then that can work fine. Like you say, obviously, your initial investment can be worth a lot more when you decide to sell as well. But so can we go into the pre-sale? And you've also got a lottery betting system. Can we go into both of them, how the pre-sale is working? It's a fair launch.
Definitely, Glenn. Let me actually try and encompass everything with as few comments as possible from my side. So, when it comes to the fair launch is live. 70 BNB right now raised. The soft cap was 50, and it's still going to be going for the next 2 days. Bear in mind, we just started the MA sessions and the awareness raise. So we're just at the beginning. These 70 BNBs were actually raised from 118 contributors before we even posted anything in the Telegram. So organic investments from the community. That's what I'm going for. You got your SAFU, you got your audit, and you got your KYC. Now you see these all across the space. When it comes to the SAFU, Matrix Labs was the one supporting us with the SAFO badge, developing this particular contract. CoinSalt actually did the particular audit, and then Solid Proof did the KYC. You got three big major entities, all of them combined to support this particular project. Not one of them, three different. That's what I wanted to mention. In regards to the fair launch, you're looking at a 31K, I think it is, close to 32K market cap. As a start, of course. So, I mean, plenty of room to grow. It can do 5x, 10x, 50x. Only time will tell. I'm not the one to speculate on those numbers. You guys know me better than that. And then when it comes to the lottery, let me try and kind of encompass that. There's going to be a lottery program, and basically that particular one is going to be based on tickets. So let me share things into an example. The lottery program is going to be a lucky reward for users who bet on our application. Users will receive tickets correlated with the number of tokens used for betting. So, I mean, basically the volume is going to be recorded for each of them, and then they're going to be granted tickets based on that. Every day, 12 UTC, 12 p.m. UTC, there's going to be a lottery to extract the winners, and then the lucky player who owns the ticket containing the winning code will receive a price of 10,000 tokens straight directly to his wallet. So no claiming, no taxes. There, 10,000 tokens sent directly to his wallet. To put even more in perspective, basically, if you're going to bet 1,000 native tokens for a game, you're going to get 10 tickets. 500 tokens is going to get you 5 tickets, and then 2,000 tokens are going to give you 20 tickets. You guys know where this is. This is a progressive thing. Now, Web3 betting is going to conduct the first dialing, and then player A, who bought 1,000 tokens, 10 tickets, that one is the lucky person who owns the ticket containing the winning code. 10,000 is going to be awarded straight to player A's wallet. Congrats on that. Now, then the prize is being taken out of the betting pool to be sent to the lucky winner. Take that into account. And it's a benefit awarded to each and every one of you based on the volume. So we're not gonna make a minimum. We're not gonna make a maximum. It's all down to how much are you willing to invest and to bet. Of course, a progressive system, the more you bet, the more tickets you gain, and the more chances you have. This is mainly a customer loyalty program offered from the Web3 betting to kind of give you guys the chance to get a portion of your, let's say, potential losses back. What do I mean by that is that, again, bets can be successful, but then on the other side, you can actually lose. Still, depending on the amount that you lost, if you have a lot of tickets earned, you can be the lucky winner for the lottery and then get a portion of that back. Hopefully it does make sense. It's another incentive brought forward for you guys to kind of make another earning based on the luck, of course. Hopefully I was able to answer both of your questions, Glenn.
Okay, yeah, that's great, Alex. And the Web3 betting platform, when's the timeline for the launch, and what's the marketing plans? I mean, we've got FIFA World Cup coming up in December, so what's the marketing plans for the first quarter?
Well, I mean, definitely when it comes to the marketing, you guys pretty much know everything that I'm gonna mention. Some of them that I'm gonna mention. Your particular strategies when it comes to marketing are gonna be correlated, first of all, with the environment in which you are active. So when it comes to Telegram, AMA sessions, calls, chill posts, referrals amongst the Telegram, pretty much that is encompassed. You guys know what I'm talking about. When it comes to the external factors, some things I'm gonna be able to mention, some probably not. One thing that we're looking to kind of make available is through some partners being the operative keyword, because I'm not going to be allowed to mention them. They are, as I understood from the team, they are some big, how should I put these? Not only names, but big affiliates within the soccer world to help promote and sustain these particular ecosystems, not only by, let's say, shilling them, but by actually bringing some future connections to them. So with these two connections at the moment, we're going to try and expand this by the time the World Cup starts. I don't even know what that is. November, I think. It's close to that. Let's say close to November, probably. by that time we want the people outside of crypto, because inside crypto, you got your CG, your CMC trading pretty much everywhere. Pixel is going to support with that, and then Matrix Labs nonetheless. Inside the crypto world, it's pretty much easy to kind of trend and make sure that you're at the top of your game. You actually trending right now, number 2 as a fair launch on Pixel nonetheless. So I mean that's pretty much encompassed into. um, Definitely on the outside, is where you're looking to have your press releases. Some companies actually jumped on board because they saw some potential interest in this particular company. So these are some of the marketing strategies that I kind of want to mention. I understood from the team they have a potential player already on board. I don't know who he is. I didn't even ask, because either way, I mean, it would have only been for myself as an information. It's not active yet on the Telegram and on the announcements. So bear with us until that particular partnership is sealed. And then, as I heard, yeah, definitely, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but Matrix Labs is going to help with that promotion as well. I actually don't know what connections they have, but I heard from the team that it's pretty easy to kind of build around this particular concept, straight because this particular project doesn't have a limitation. So yeah, to kind of understand what this particular Web3 platform is trying to adopt, you need to understand the betting basics, which I kind of explained. If you guys are interested, definitely read the documentation, because the team was kind enough to add that particular info in the application as well, in the documentation. So yeah, I mean, once these particular features actually roll in, and we're gonna bring in the mainnet, which should happen a couple of days after the launch. Once that is fully implemented, uh, with the tournaments onboarded, pretty much, yeah, visual is what we're going to focus on, to make sure that people are aware of us. Not only text. Text, when it comes to this particular concept, won't accomplish much. Visuals, a lot of videos, and a lot of banners strategically placed here and there, billboards nonetheless, to make sure that people understand what this betting platform is and why should they use this one instead of whatever other platform they're considering.
Great, Alex. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. It's been great speaking to Alex today from Web3 Betting platform. You can check out the website, the white paper, and the official socials there in our main chat, and you do your research there. And then if you like what you see, you can check them out. There's also a link in our main chat for the pre-sale, which is our launch is live now for another couple of days. I think we've got. As we say, welcome talks for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice. But yeah, it's been great speaking to you again today, Alex, and take care.
Definitely, Glenn. Definitely. Well, I'm gonna be brief in my ending in my ending statement. Thanks everyone who joined, who attended this. If this was indeed interesting to you, make sure to research it first of all. Second of all, join the Telegram, tag me or any other admin there in case you have questions, in case you have doubts, concerns, advices, pretty much everything. And aside for that, thanks to you, Glenn. Thanks to Acti for being a part of this. Thank you to the entire Wellcoin community for being present. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. It was definitely a pleasure to present this to you guys. Yeah, I'm going to step back. Bye for now, and hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you very much, Alex. Take care. And yeah, if you've got any questions after the AMA, I know there's a few hands up. We've run out of time. In the main chat, you've got the Telegram link, official one there. So just head over there and ask your questions in the chat. I'm sure the team can help you out there.
Yep, 100%. Thanks a lot for mentioning that, Glenn. Thanks to everyone who joined. And yeah, been a pleasure talking to you guys again.